Let me show you a couple of tips and tricks for Motorola Moto G87. The first trick that I want to show you is the quick launch feature, also known as the back tap gesture. If you open settings and go to gestures over here, then you should be able to find the quick launch. And over here, of course, you can make sure that it is enabled. And then you can also go to settings by tapping on the setting icon in the bottom left corner. I believe that by default we use it to go back home, although I'm not entirely sure. And nevertheless, you can just choose whatever should happen when you double tap at the back of the phone. For example, you can take a screenshot by performing this gesture, you can go back to the home screen, or you can open a specific app of your choice. If you choose to open an app, then you can choose which app specifically. Let's say I'm gonna choose take a screenshot as an example. And now we should be able to just double tap the back of the phone just like it is presented over here in order to capture the screenshot, in my case at least. Let's see if I can actually do this, if I can make it work. Unfortunately, there we go, it actually works. Unfortunately, it is actually pretty tough to find the perfect spot where you have to tap. But if you tap on the try it out here in the bottom right corner, then you can open this panel where you get feedback when you double tap the back of the phone. So you can try to tap anywhere in order to see if you can find the spot. For example, it seems that this spot here, like the bottom right corner of this camera island, is a pretty solid spot. So you might be able to tap over here to actually make it work. There we go, so definitely worth giving it a try. We will stay in the gestures for a little bit longer because over here we can find fast flashlight, which is another gesture that allows you to quickly launch the flashlight on your phone with this chopping motion. You just have to chop twice with your phone in order to enable or disable the flashlight. So let me just quickly demonstrate. Just perform firmly the chopping motion just like that, and as you can see, we can easily toggle the flashlight. Very simple and very convenient gesture to use even on a daily basis. Besides that, in the gestures, we should be able to also find the sidebar, which allows you to quickly access apps of your choice or even some tools, like for example, the screenshot button can be added over here, and the screen recording button. If you tap on this setting over here, then you can choose which apps should be added to the sidebar. You can choose which apps specifically you wish to have available in the sidebar, so you can just remove whatever you don't want to use, whatever you don't need to have, and then you can choose those apps that you wish to have access to quickly with the sidebar just like that. You can also go to tools and even contacts in order to add specific contacts to the sidebar, so you can easily call them at any point. Now, besides that, another thing that I think it's worth enabling is in system settings. So we're gonna go to system settings over here, and then we should be able to find the performance option. And here we have smart app launch, which we can easily enable. And apparently it's going to allow the phone to learn app usage patterns, so apps can be launched quickly. There is also the RAM boost over here, which by default is AI Auto. It is selected to AI Auto, but you can choose up to 16 additional RAM, 16 gigabytes of additional RAM, of course. So if you need more RAM, more memory from your phone, then of course you should be able to choose 16 over here. And whenever you make a change over here, you also need to restart your phone. There will be a prompt, so of course make sure to restart your phone to actually apply the change. Besides that, another cool feature that is hidden in settings is, to be precise, in home and lock screen. And here we can go to the control center, and of course by default we have this classic style where we have the control center. Well, part of it is in the notifications, but you can of course swipe down again to open the full control center section, or quick settings, of course. But what you can do is you can switch to the modern style, and then notifications are separated. So you can swipe on the left side to open notifications, and you can swipe on the right side to open this new control center panel, a more modern style, of course. So if you like it, you can of course use it quite easily. And of course you can switch between these panels just by swiping left and right as well. The rest of the features are still there, so even though the panel changes its appearance, it doesn't lose any functionality whatsoever. So definitely worth giving it a try. Now we're gonna go to sound and vibration, because over here we can find pick up to silent. So this is another gesture that allows us to mute the ringtone and disable vibration whenever someone calls you and when you pick up your phone. So when that option is enabled, when someone calls you, of course there's usually the ringtone and the vibration, and at that point you can just pick up your phone and both the ringtone and the vibration are going to be disabled, or well, in the case of ringtone, it's going to be muted. So if you wish to be able to quickly mute the ringtone, you can just, of course, quickly pick up your phone with this gesture being enabled. Other than that, there is also the flip for DND, so another gesture. Whenever this option is enabled, if you place your phone face down on a flat surface, then the Do Not Disturb mode is going to be automatically enabled. So if you don't want to be disturbed, for example, if you are at work or doing something important, just place your phone face down and the Do Not Disturb mode is going to be activated. Besides that, in sound and vibration, we can go to Dolby Atmos in order to go to settings, and you can make some changes here and there to Dolby Atmos. Of course, most likely you want to stick with the smart audio option, which allows the phone to choose one of these four profiles depending on the situation, depending on what you do with your phone at a moment. So of course we have music, movie, game, and podcast. And if you want to use any of them all the time, then of course you can do so as well. There is also the custom option, which allows you to create your own profile. We have a full EQ customization over here, so you should be able to make some adjustments. Of course, we have presets as well. I mean, we have a couple of them. There is also the sound virtualizer and volume leveler, which you can use as well in case you need to. In fact, these options are available for almost every, well, actually it is for every profile that we have in here, for every preset. The difference between these pre-made presets is that you cannot change EQ however you want to. You cannot change the EQ manually. You still have presets, there we go, and these are the same presets that we have available in the custom one, but in this case you cannot manually adjust these sliders, of course. And by the way, if you want to make any changes to the audio in Dolby Atmos settings, it is recommended to do so while listening to something, and if you do so, then of course you can hear the difference in real time. If you want to protect access to apps that you have installed, then you can go to apps in settings, and then here we have the app log. And you can also use the fingerprint sensor for that as well. But generally speaking, you can set up a password to the app log, so you can choose pattern, pin code, or password. And then you can also choose whichever apps should be locked. And then whenever you open any of these apps or try to open, as you can see, you need to actually know the password, or you need to use the fingerprint sensor if you enable it over here, of course. In addition to that, there are a couple of helpful features that in theory should help you track your phone in case it is lost or stolen. So if you want to make sure that they are enabled, you can of course go back to settings, and then we're gonna go ahead and open security and privacy. And then here in security and privacy, we're gonna go to the device unlock, and here we have the theft protection. So you should be able to enable theft detection lock, offline device lock. There is also the remote lock and the find hub or find my device. And in addition to that, it is also recommended to go to more security and privacy, because here you can find the secure power off. So whenever this option is enabled, the authentication is going to be required to turn off your phone. And not only that, there is also the protect from online scammers option. So of course you can turn this option on to get alerts whenever you visit a suspicious website. And that is pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.